Taiwan has plummeted to number 44 in the world in Bloomberg's latest COVID resilience ranking, a measure of how well countries are handling the pandemic. In the latest ranking, Bloomberg added a metric called reopening progress, which reflects vaccination rates, lockdown severity, and flight capacity recovery.
These were all criteria that Taiwan scored poorly on. Commenting on Taiwan's drop in the ranking, KMT Chairman Johnny Chiang said the government needed to speed up vaccine procurement. DPP lawmaker Huang Shih-chieh called on the public and local governments to work together to boost vaccination rates.
In Bloomberg's latest COVID resilience ranking, number 1 goes to the U.S., which is well on its way to exiting the pandemic. But Taiwan, which once stood at world number 2, is now 44 out of 53, the 10th from the bottom. It was given a color code of orange, indicating poor performance in all 4 criteria used to evaluate reopening progress. Its vaccine coverage was low at 4%. And unlike countries that were regaining their flight capacity, Taiwan posted a 91.5% drop in flights since 2019, the worst showing of all countries in the ranking.
The government's so-called policy of think ahead, act ahead is a sham. The legislative yuan gave you a budget of 40 billion NT. Where did it all go? Not only were you unable to procure vaccines with that money, all we have to show for it is this bottom-of-the-barrel international ranking. Cut the propaganda, own up to your mistakes, and do better. Act now rather than never. Get us more vaccines.
Bloomberg says that parts of the Asia-Pacific that previously fared well, such as Singapore, Hong Kong, and Australia, had plummeted in the latest ranking due to their limited ability to reopen and a lack of tolerance for small virus flare-ups. It says that Taiwan crashed into the bottom half of the list due to a lagging vaccination drive and a resurgent outbreak.
The outbreak is showing signs of slowing down. This is the final stretch. Reaching the end will depend on everybody, and especially our local governments cooperating with epidemic prevention measures. What we need to do now is boost vaccination rates.
Since March, Taiwan has obtained vaccines from its own purchase orders as well as from other countries through donations. So far, Taiwan has received 4.856 million vaccines, far from the amount needed to achieve herd immunity. The Central Epidemic Command Center says it will explore new avenues of vaccine procurement. It also calls on people eligible for shots to get vaccinated, saying that protecting oneself is key to a return to normalcy.